About the time I almost got into this squabble and I was about to use my shoe. I was about to use my shoes. I'm going to explain to you why I'm going to use my shoes, but I took off my Skechers inside the class and I was ready to take this dude out. Let me explain though. Let me explain. Okay. So there is this dude that I used to go to school with, and me and my friend used to go to school with this dude. He was a punk. I'm gonna tell you right now, he was a punk. He was a punk. No, he really was a punk. He was half black, half white, and he liked to date white girls. I guess whatever. I don't care. I didn't really care. I didn't really care who he dated. But anyway, um, what happened was he would always like want my attention when I was in class because we were in high school at the time. Sorry. We were in high school. I was probably like 16 years old. And me and my friend, we've been actually friends probably since we were like 13, 14. And we went to this bougie high school called Center High School in California. And it's a whole bunch of military kids and stuff like that. But anyway, this dude would always mess with me and my friend. Like, always mess with us for no reason. When I tell you no reason whatsoever. Like, we didn't talk to him. We didn't want nothing to do with him. He was like 6'4" and on the football team, like varsity or whatever. And he thought he had all the girls' attention. And he thought he was cute and everything. And we did not like him. Um, but he made it his business to always like aggravate us when we was in class. And we would get home and I would talk to my homegirl. Her name was, I'm going to just call her Sherry. And the dude's name was Alex. And we would get home because we would walk home from the school because it wasn't even that far. We lived real close to our high school. But thank you. It was so aggravating because this dude got on my last nerve. He got on her last nerve. And I would talk to my mom. You know how you talk to your mom when you get home from high school and you be like, Mom. Well, my mama was kind of different. She was like, you can't start no fights, but you can finish them. And she was like, if you get in a fight, you got to make sure that it wasn't your fault. That they hit you, they started, then you can, then I ain't got to deal with my mama. Because, like, I didn't want her to tear me up. You know what I'm saying? She from Compton. Okay? I didn't want none of my mama. I did not want any of her. So, like, if somebody was bothering me in school, I'd be like, Mom, I want to put hands on this person, but I need to tell you that they keep messing with me and stuff like that, so you don't put your hands on me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She was like, because she used to work for the state of California. So she was like, if I get a call from your school that you started it, it's me and you. And I'm like, oh, no. It's going to be, when you get a call, I already told my mama that this person was messing with me. I already talked to my mama. I already said, hey, mama, this person's still bothering me for like weeks. So when I put them hands on that person, she like, nah, because my daughter told you, that this person kept messing with her and you didn't do nothing, so no. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make myself clear green light before I touched this dude. But my mom, she wasn't really trying to hear it. She was like, no, that little boy, leave him alone. Just ignore him. And I was like, but Mom, he is really annoying. Like, we be in class and I'll be ready to punch him in the face. But she was not trying to hear it. She was like, no, don't jump off on him. And I was like, he kind of like See, the problem with him is he was kind of like a misogynistic kind of dude, because he would like grab his girlfriend by the throat and stuff, and he thought that all girls, if we fight, we just slap. I came from a different area. I was not from the bougie area. I might have been living in the bougie area because my mama worked for the state, but I came from where I came from, okay? I came from the kind of family. I had 6 uncles. They taught me shadow boxing since I was like 12. He had the wrong type of girls. Like my friend I'm talking about, Sherry, she had a military dad who taught her how to defend herself from dudes that, like, might try to abuse her like that. So he had the wrong mindset altogether. He thought that women can't punch, women can't, they helpless, like you just slap them and they go down, because that's what he been living around. Like, I don't know what the mindset was, but he had the wrong one. So 1 week, 2 week go by, I try to do what my mama say, whatever, 3 week go by, and she like, as long as he don't put his hands on you, you can't jump on him. I'm like, okay. So my answer, did I block you? Okay, message me, I'll unblock you. All right, so what I do, because I'm like, is so annoying, because he's just like, yeah, you ain't gonna swing on me. And I was like, I'm quiet in school, I'm quiet in person, I don't say nothing really out there, I don't be like all that, I keep to myself, right? So I'm like, okay, I really am gonna have to fuck this guy up. You don't like him because he think women is weak, okay? He think women can't fight. He think women can't defend themselves. He think women just slap. They don't punch. I don't know what that mindset was. I'm from the 90s. I went to school in the 90s, okay? And I'm like, this little arrogant, pompous prick kind of mindset, like women is weak, is really getting under my skin. And my friend was like, ooh, I want to snatch him, because we would be going every time when you're in school, you get home, you do your girl talk, and I talked to my friend, and she was like, did Alex mess with you? Use anything in reach. Did Alex mess with you? Because this day she was like, we went home as usual, and we doing our girl talk, whatever, on the phone, and she's like, did Alex mess with you today? And I was like, that little prick. I was like, yes, he did. And she's like, he messed with me today too. And I'm going, oh my God, Misha, I wanted to snatch that little boy. And I was like, yes, honey, he is asking for it, because he dates mostly women out of his race. He's black and white, but he dates mostly other, like, lighter skinned women. And he's totally like mind warped. He totally thinks women don't hit back, because he would just grab his girl by the throat and she was okay with it. And we was like, ooh, I'm not like that. I'm like, don't put your hands on me, I'm from the hood. You touch me, it's over, period. We squabbing, and I'm not talking about no little slapping, okay? I was like, you got me all the way messed up. Just because I wear makeup does not mean I don't know how to swing one. I don't know what these boys was thinking, and I'm trying to adjust to this school, because this school is not like where I'm from. They all kind of soft or whatever. I don't know, but they just not from what I'm used to. So I appear really hardcore to them, because I don't let you touch me without my permission, like nothing. I'm just totally, I guess you could say, hood. I didn't care, but I was so serious at a young age. At 15, I was like, I don't play at all. I had zero tolerance. So after one day in school, I was one day in school, right? When I went home after that day, I was like, I went home, and I actually, like, over the weekend, I saw my dad. And my dad, he lived back still in the hood, and I'm hanging out with my sisters and brothers in the hood. And I talked to my dad about this dude. I'm like, hey, Dad, there's this boy at school that think like women don't box. that women don't defend themselves, that you can just grab us or something like that and we just gonna go down and start crying. I mean, he got his mind all messed up. I told my mama about this dude, and my mama was like, oh, he just probably has a crush on you, just ignore him. And I'm like, she don't understand that this dude think it's cool to hit on females, and he think it's cool to just kind of like think that women is weak or something like that and talk down to them. And he got the wrong one, Pops, is what I say. Like, he got the wrong one. And he be talking about that he gonna put his hands on me and stuff and I won't do nothing. And my dad was like, okay. My Pops was so hood. He was like, look, I know your mom don't want you fighting in school and all that. I'm trying to get my dad's voice, but he's like, this is what I'm gonna tell you. She's like, have you told anybody at your school that this dude is really got you fucked up? Cause that's how your dad talked. My dad talked to me, and I was like, yeah, I told my teacher. My teacher was like standing right there when he was all trying to talk back to me and talk to me like I'm crazy and say that he will put his hands on me and all of that. And I'm like, no, you won't. And my dad was like, okay, so he's a punk. I'm like, yeah, he's a punk. And he thinks that girls don't box and girls won't swing on him and all of that. And he's like, I'm like, Dad, he does not know who he talking to. Like me, back then, I just tapped and asked questions later. But my dad was like, okay, yeah, he's a punk. He's like, so what you do is when you get to school the next time, if he start coming close to you or whatever and try to invade your space, that's pretty much almost like endangering you. So your mom is not going to be mad if you defend yourself that way. So you tell that little punk that if he wants some, he can step outside of the classroom and you will gladly beat his ass. That's what my dad said, right? And I was like, okay, Pops. Cause he's like, cause clearly he think that you just some kind of cute girl. And he think you really won't. And I'm like, he's known for the high school for putting hands on girls. Like, his reputation was he'll choke a girl, he'll slap a girl, whatever. But I did not care about nobody's reputation in high school. I was just trying to get through high school, mind my business, and not get my mama on me, okay? But when my dad said that, I was like, okay, I already got my parents' approval. My pop says go and tear his ass up. So I was like, okay. So I go back to school. And we in the classroom, and I look at my teacher, because my teacher is sitting there watching this little prick say all this stuff, just run his mouth, just wompty womp womp. He's not really like coming close to me. He's not really like saying he gonna do, like, he's saying he talking shit, but he ain't actually approaching you. You know what I'm saying? He's not like coming over so you can jump up and be like, what's up? But I'm sitting across from him, right? And everybody's just looking, and I am like, okay. So I bend down and I untie my tennis shoe. I had some brand new Skechers on. I was ready for this day, okay? I unscrewed my tennis shoes. I unscrewed my tennis shoe, and I took the tennis shoe off, and I put it on the actual table that we were sitting at, and I set it there, and I was like, Alex, you see this shoe right here? I was like, if you bring your punk ass over here, I'm going to take this shoe, and I'm going to beat your ass with it. And I said it right there on the table, because I was like, I am not whoever you be dating. I was like, I am not these little white girls. I know I said that because it was back then, y'all, so I don't want to offend y'all. But I was like, I'm not these sedity white girls that you be dating. And I was like, I don't care that you on the varsity team. I don't care if you play football. I don't care. I was like, I will take my shoe and I will beat your ass with it if you come over here with that. And he was like, they were all like looking in the class, and the teacher is not doing nothing. The teacher ain't doing nothing this whole time. I'm like, what kind of teacher is this? Aren't you supposed to be like not making sure that you protect the girl? And I wasn't even looking for protection, but I'm like, Hello, this dude sitting here talking about he gonna do everything to me, and you just letting him. So I'm like, yeah, okay, because I can see I don't have no adult supervision because the teacher is literally just turning the page over. Why he look up? He went like this. He just like grabbed. He had like, oh my god, y'all. He had like his curriculum, and he was just like, the whole time, like he didn't even care. And I was like, okay, okay, so I can see the teacher just ain't gonna do shit. So yeah, I set my sketcher on top of the table, and everybody was looking, and I crossed my leg, and I was just like, jump. I was like, jump. Stop talking. Jump. And then they was like, oh, he was like, oh, you ain't really, you really not gonna hit me with that shoe. And I was like, I'm not. And the teacher's like, all of a sudden the teacher actually says something after how long? Guys, take it outside, please. And I'm like, cool. Because I'm like, cool, take it outside. You ain't saying nothing. I get up from my chair and I take my backpack off and I just set it down and I just grab my shoe and I got it in my hand like this. And I take my shoe and I'm like, come on, Alex. Let's take it outside, Alex. No, Alex, come on, Alex. Get out your seat, Alex. You all about that life, Alex. Come on. Come on outside. I am by the door right now. Because I'm like, really though? Because you guys do not know how long this little guy has been bothering me and my friend. And I am thinking in my head, if I can be the one to fuck him up, I can tell her that, ooh, we got him, we beat his ass. But, he don't get up, y'all. He don't even move from the table. He don't even move. He don't even move. He does not move. He doesn't even move. He doesn't even move from the table. He don't even go to the door. While we sitting here talking all that smack, he does not even go to the door. And he was talking a whole lot of saying, he's like, I'll snatch you up, you short, because he's 6'3" or 4 or something like, so he think because I'm 5'4", I can't swing. He's like, I will snatch you up and do all this whoop-de-whoop to you. I'm right by the door with my shoe talking about, come outside, Alex. Come outside. And I go outside. I go all the way outside with my shoe. And I'm sitting there by the door. Like, I grab my backpack. I go outside. I'm like, I'll be waiting for you, Alex. I'll be waiting for you when the bell ring. Come on outside. I'll be out here waiting. Let's see what you gonna do. Touch me then. Come on. I'm outside with my shoe off with my hand like this, ready for him to come outside because he was like, he wouldn't come outside. So the teacher come outside and then he finally come outside behind the teacher. So he got to come outside with an escort for a 5'4" little girl. And I only weigh about 130 pounds. But he can't come out outside by himself from the classroom. He got to come out behind the teacher. Whatever. So he finally bring his little punk self outside, and he right behind the teacher. And the whole time he like standing behind the teacher. And then he finally come around the teacher after I start calling him a punk, a sissy. I'm like, you weak, you hiding behind the teacher. But he still don't move from the teacher. He stand behind the teacher, and then he move in the front of the teacher, and he be like, man, I'm not scared. And I'm like, really? I'm right here. So I put my on, because I'm like, you know what? The whole school, the whole class done seen that you not about that life. Like, you smarter than you look, because you talk a lot of mess, but you realize that finally This little girl right here is not gonna slap you. I am not gonna try to pull your hair. I'm not gonna do any of that little whatever kind of illusional stuff that you have in your head. I'm actually got some hands for your ass. I put I put my tennis shoe back on, and I was like, let me just, cause he don't want it. Like when you from the town and all that, they don't want it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want it. And I was mad. I was so mad because I was thinking in my mind that I was gonna be the one to get him. I was gonna be the one to mess him up. That's what I was mad about. I was mad that he wouldn't jump, that he wouldn't even walk towards me, because all I was trying to do was get him to invade my personal space so I could use that as the excuse for self-defense. And I was gonna take my shoe and I was gonna bust him upside the head, start hitting him with it, and start fighting and swinging. But he wouldn't even walk towards me. He wouldn't even come close enough so I could be like, "Ooh, you threatening me." So, but everybody in the class and everything, they all was talking that I took my shoe off and I put it on the table and I was ready and I had my shoe like this on the table and I was like, "Do something, Alex. Do something." What? You're not gonna do anything. But the problem is, y'all, since I don't get to mess him up, you are not gonna believe what happens, because I get a call like the day after that, not that day, but the next day, I get a call from my friend Sherry. While I'm at home, I'm on my bed just being a teenager, and I'm like, "Sherry, what's up?" And she's like, "I got suspended." And I was like, "For what?" She's like, "Cuz I got that little punk Alex." And I was like, "Oh my God, I missed it. What?" Girl, that little punk, like, I was like, "What happened? I need to know, how come I didn't see this, and how come you got him and not me?" That's what I was mad about. I was like, "Do you know, like, the day, just like not even a day ago, I had my shoe off in the class. I was ready to beat his ass, and now you're gonna tell me that you got him?" And she took off her shoe too. That's what I couldn't believe. She took her shoe off and she beat his ass with her shoe. Oh my God, like, y'all, I cannot believe it. So Sherry tells me that she got suspended because they was fighting by the gym or something like that. They was fighting by like the actual track and field area. Because I guess it was PE class or whatever. And he touched her. She said that he touched her because she told him, like, "Don't touch me, don't put your hands on me." And I guess he like pushed her or something. Like he was like gonna try to push her, like, because there's a fence. We have a fence somewhere, and she said that he tried to push her towards the fence, and she took off her tennis shoe. And I just was like, she took her tennis shoe off and she started swinging it and hitting him in the head with it. Like, she was a little bit taller than me though. She was like 5'8", and he was 6'2", 6'3", and she took off her shoe and she started just swinging. She said she started just going all upside, and he like kind of pushed her up against the fence because he wasn't swinging. He was just trying to like stop her from beating his ass. Because she was literally, she showed me, because I said, "You need to come over. You need to come over and tell me what happened." So she come over. We live so close together. She come over to my house. I live in a 2-story house in California with my mom. And we go, and I'm in the room with her, and I'm like, "What happened? What happened? How did you get his ass? Because I was going to get his ass. So how'd you get him?" She was like, "We was in PE when I was walking in. We were out of the PE class or whatever, and I was walking, and there he is again talking all that garbage." And I was like, "Yeah, he does that. He talks. He just don't do nothing." She's like, "Well, he tried to push me into the fence, and I took my shoe off, and I just started, I went all upside his head." I was like, "Amen." I went like this, high five. I was like, "Yes, did you beat his ass good?" She's like, yes. And everybody in school was talking about how she beat him down. Like when they say she beat him down, that's why he wasn't swinging, because she was sitting there all like this trying to beat him down with the shoe. I was like, praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Because if you didn't get him, oh, I was going to get him. Honey, I told her, I was like, you just don't know. The day before all of this, I was in class with this little punk, and I had my shoe ready. And he did not want it. I was ready. I was like, the day before, I was sitting outside the class waiting for him. Waiting for him like a stalker. Because I was like, I'm going to beat your ass. But, yeah, so she got him before I did. And the whole school was talking about it when I went back to school, because I sure wanted to see his face. I wanted to see the black eye. I wanted to see the little shoe mark all across, because she didn't miss, apparently. Apparently, she was just tagging. They suspended her for like 3 days. And he didn't even get suspended. You see what I'm talking about? He didn't even get suspended. I felt like that was so wrong for the school to suspend the girl and not the guy. And they said the reason why they suspended her was because she was more aggressive. Hello, the dude is trying to hurt her. Yes, if you try that, I'm going to hurt you. But no hitting the girls. But yes, they suspended her for 3 days. And they didn't suspend him for nothing. So he came up to school, but I don't know, like, he was trying to hide his little mark or whatever. And I was laughing when I was in the class. And he didn't say nothing to me in class after that. Because, baby, I had him by the balls. I was like, my girl, beat your ass with a shoe. In front of everybody. In front of everybody in the PE, in the gym area. They all saw you getting the business with a tennis shoe. How you like them laces, boo? You play football, right? How you like them laces? Them laces tuned your ass up, right? Yes. I was looking at him from across the table just cheesing. I was like, got that ass, didn't you? And I was like, and you can get some out too. I'm ready for your ass, just know. I was looking at him, he was just like, trying to look away. Then we trying to look away and stuff. I'm just like, you can get it over here too. Any day of the week. Monday through Friday. And on Sunday, boo. I will tag you. Now, his little girlfriend goes to the same school we do. And, why did she really try to act like she want to talk to me and she want to talk to my friend? Yeah, that's a whole different story. The little girlfriend doesn't want to talk to my friend, puts my name in her mouth, and girl, let me tell you, I approached that little troll, honey. And she didn't want none either. She had like she called herself associated with the Crips. No, she's not even from the hood. She don't even know a set. And stop it. She's not from the hood. She don't even know what a set is, but she thought she knew some. And she was talking about me because I was laughing. Stop it, EJ, trying to get my makeup. I was laughing at her not at her. I was laughing at her dude because my friend had beat his ass with a shoe. And she started going around saying that I was like, just saying bitch, 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 bitch. And I was like, oh, my mama didn't say nothing about if I couldn't, like, she said I could go after some girls. I can, anybody, as long as they, it's cool. What's up? So I go find her because I'm like, what? Somebody go back. You know how somebody just dying for attention and they just go message and just send you messages? somebody we don't even know while I'm sitting like in the lunch area outside comes to me and say, Alex's girlfriend is talking about you and calling you all kind of BBB. And I'm like, really? Where's she at? Is she somewhere right now? She's like, oh yeah, just giving me everything. Just tell me where she is and all that. She's like, she's right there. She's right by the women's bathroom. I'm like, oh, thank you. Girl, I grabbed my backpack so quick. I was like, let me confront this hoe. I go up there and I see her, and she is not pretty, y'all. She is not pretty by any long stretch, honey. She is a reach. But anyway, yeah, I confronted that chick. I got so close in her face. And she had a sister or whatever, but I was all in her face. I was in her face, like where you could see her pupils. I got real close and personal with the bitch, okay? Because I was like, yes, I am laughing at your man, the one that blacked your eye and choked you, and you up here thinking you gonna come for me? I'm in her face like, girl, matter of fact, I said to her, I was like, if you think him beating your ass is bad, girl, I said, I will beat the brakes off your ass. And she was like, she's like, my sister and me, we know some Crips. I was like, girl, my daddy OG Suwoop, OG, O Park. We don't give a damn about your little Crips. You see what I'm saying? And she didn't know any Crips. And then I told her, I was like, you talking about Bloods and Crips? I'm like, I got Crips. My uncle's some Crips. My daddy some Bloods. What the fuck is you talking about? You just a little silly white girl. Don't know what set, because I pulled her fucking card. I was like, so what set you talking about? You talking about Crips. What set? What set? What set? What set? Nothing. She couldn't tell you what set. She didn't even know what I was talking about. She said, what you mean, what set? And I was like, see, you've been dating a half black, half white little boy. You've been watching way too much Set It Off. You've been watching way too much Friday. And your mind is confused. But see, I'm really from the hood. I really do have some hood in my family. Okay? And I was like, girl, I will beat the brakes off you. And I told her, I was like, for real, just keep my name out your mouth. That's what I told her. I was like, just keep my name out your mouth. We'll be good. And I told her, I'm like, and your boyfriend, I'll tap him too. And I don't need my OG Bloods or family and none of my homies to come up here and do it for me. You was small, lightweight. You was not a problem. I don't have to send nobody for you. I'll take care of you and your little punk boyfriend all by myself. And your little sister. Because her sister was right next to her. And I was like, y'all both can get it. They didn't do nothing. They didn't move. They didn't go anywhere. They just looked at me. And I was like, okay. You don't want it. Goodbye. But I was like, you know it will get back to me though, because all the people in our school are just lame. They like to talk mess. And I'm like, they gonna tell me if you say something. So as long as you've already been warned, and I just told you, deuces. But yeah, that was my little. I had a blast in my high school days, y'all. I got lots of chit chats. And times where little Mesha just was not on her best behavior all the time. But you do guys realize I didn't start that one. And I didn't start that. I did not start that. And that was a different situation because the guy, he was used to hitting on girls. That's the only reason this was one that I really wanted to jump in, and I really wanted a piece of him, but I didn't get a piece of him because he wouldn't follow the rules that my mama gave me, so I wouldn't get in trouble by her. But it worked out anyway because my best friend at the time took her shoe off and tapped that ass anyway. So Who knew? Like, brilliant minds think alike. What you did? Okay, y'all, I gotta go back to mama duty. Because he up here doing something with my makeup. I see y'all on the next video. If you ain't already a part of Team Extra, you might want to come on and be with Team Extra. Come on and get with Team Extra. Extra is good for you, girl. And on the next Chit Chat, we gonna talk about how my so-called best friend brought over the girl that was trying to be with my boyfriend. Okay, she brought the enemy to my doorstep when I was like 16. Now, I already told y'all, young Mesha was a tiny bit off the hook. So, for her to bring the person that I wanted to tap to my front doorstep, she did me a favor, in my opinion, back then, because I was tap ask questions later. I see y'all. I got to go.